Hi, I'm Emma Weller. When you think of a city overrun by rats, you might think of New York, where its rats are as famous as its signature pizza slices. And while rats in Ottawa may not have the same culinary taste, they're definitely still a problem. Earlier this month, we told you about an infestation in Canada that led people to flee their homes. And now in Old Ottawa East.
The rats were just going back and forth.
Jamie lives in this neighborhood close to Brantwood Park and says he's noticed the odd rat in previous years, but never like this summer. Rats running rampant outside in broad daylight, he said, on the street where kids play and in his yard. I went to visit his house and asked how many he'd caught.
Yuck. Probably 6, and I got one with a shovel, which was kind of gross.
He was catching them with live traps and releasing them across the river from where he lived.
It's unusual to have a big problem like this. It's the first time it's happened. I've lived here since '96. So, I know they've been around though, but yeah, I don't think you're going to get rid of them entirely. It's just the way it goes.
Another neighbor found one in their pool, in their barbecue. One neighbor even had a rat come up through their toilet. So as a street, nearly everyone joined forces to try to get rid of them.
We discussed amongst ourselves via email. People had started to notice it. And yeah, people have bird feeders. I have a bird feeder myself. And all of a sudden they were congregating underneath the bird feeders from where the birds just flick all the seeds out. So we decided we're going to stop feeding the birds.
He also said everyone has become more cautious of how they compost. But in addition to that, he and 6 other neighbors called the city for help. Within a week, he said bylaw stepped in, and they're using a different approach than normal. At the end of September, the city baited the city-owned sewers along the road, calling it a last resort to get rid of the rats.
The city did a great job by baiting the sewers, cleaning them up, and it has made a difference.
The bait they use is poisonous, and the city says they do this when they found rats to be living or moving through the sewers. The city says every 2 weeks they check up on the sewers, and in the latest checkup, there's still movement of rats. But Councillor Riley Brockington says the city shouldn't have to do all the heavy lifting.
People question what the city's doing. It's a fair question, but at the end of the day, this is a team effort. And until everyone is working together and we particularly eliminate food sources, we will not solve this problem.
Back in 2022, he started the city's Rat Mitigation Working Group, which is supposed to help deal with the city's rat issues.
When I door knock at thousands of homes in election, I'm really taken aback by some households' lack of basic property standards, garbage out in the open, furniture on the yard, all the ingredients that lead to rat infestation are there on many properties.
He says whenever they get reports of a lot of rats in an area, the group hands out Ottawa public health pamphlets about rat mitigation.
It seems like a never-ending battle, but I do believe that through education and enforcement, we can help mitigate that impact.
These residents in Old Ottawa East tried their hardest to get rid of the rats themselves, and they don't want their street to turn into a replica of New York City. But in the end, they said the best results came when they and the city worked together. The sewers on this street will be baited until there's little to no sign of rats for a month. Emma Weller, CBC News, Ottawa.